So today I want to talk to you about how the adversary so easily deceives the world. People think that it's good versus evil. No, it's not quite like that. It is more like good cop, bad cop versus you and the truth. Let me show you. I'll first get this video up, and this first video is J.D. Delay. Now, J.D. Delay is a very, very popular ex-convict YouTuber. Now, where he was an ex-con, there were gangs in this prison where he was, over there in Oregon. And one of those gangs were Nazis. Okay? Now, this video isn't blatant, but it is not deceptive. It is not subtle. It's deceptive, but it's not subtle. It's not blatant. It's not subtle. It's still deceptive. Let's have a listen.
That Israel had something to do with Charlie Kirk's horrific murder. This is insane. It is false. It is outrageous.
Well, I really didn't expect to see Benjamin Netanyahu addressing the internet rumors that he said somebody fabricated. Dude, everybody's saying that. Everybody's showing a whole lot of things implicating you. But for you to actually come out and address it is kind of weird, bro.
Now, see what he did? You see what he did. He says everybody. No, Candace Owens is. But Candace Owens will always try to point the finger of blame at Israel for every ailment in this world, just like people like her. Okay? Well, apparently J.D. Delay is just like her. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to find something so subtle that Gentiles will never see it. But a Jew will. That's how I spotted it. Because I'm a Jew. Let me play it for you. I hope I got, well, this is very close to the beginning. But on this particular YouTube short at about 38 seconds in, and he's talking so quickly. And let me remind you folks, if you want people to understand what you're saying, you're going to speak slowly. Let's have a listen, and I'll try to stop it before he gets too far.
Ticket to success. Please continue. But here's something I will encourage you to do as a Christian. Okay. Care less about people's shared racial experience and look at them instead of just as their soul as God made them. We should try to strive towards a blinder race nation, not one that talks about skin color all the time.
I agree 100%.
And I think, where's my brother up here? Where's my man? Look at him. You gotta come up here. Come up here. Come up here. Come up here. Get over the gate. Come over the gate. Look at this guy here. Look at this. There. Right into the mic.
Stand for me, we good.
Wait, I only...
So, what I want to point out to you is that Charlie Kirk is trying to tell everybody, trying to show everybody that he's not a racist, as they say. I don't even like the word racist because it's deceptive in its own way. But we'll roll with this. And he's trying to tell the public that he's anti-racism.
Please stand up for a white... Is that a white man? Can you look at him, please? Look at him. Is that a white man? Is that a white man? You said I only stand up for white men. He's got dreads. Instead of just looking at everything in the past that's wrong and bad through a victim lens, say, you know what?
It's still going on. Okay.
One sec. Say, you know what? I'm an American, and I'm going to use my mental energy to say, despite all of that, I get to succeed and flourish and prosper as a black American at the University of Tennessee. You are a living embodiment, Gigi, that you can still succeed as a black individual.
Okay.
Because I look at you not as a black guy, but as a human being made in the image of God, and I want to know what you bring to the table. Are you good at the job?
I'm just going to leave this video clip here and let y'all, let me know what you think. Now, be honest, especially considering,
What happened to my...
what some folks have been saying on the internet recently. Check it out.
Probably for the sake of myself, I really do appreciate the ability to debate with you, man.
I want you to think about what I asked you.
Okay, you mind if I have a hat?
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Maybe it was this one.
Thank you.
Great points. I would say that I am with you for the idea of a colorblind society. I think it's a bit of a farce to say that colorblind society is something we should aspire to, but I think it's a farce to think that it doesn't exist, that race doesn't play a factor.
I totally agree.
Okay.
Yeah, you're black, but it doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. It's not the most important thing. Instead, it's, are you a good person? How do you act?
Oh, there you go. Okay. So he said the fact that you're black doesn't matter. It's, are you a good person? Now watch this. So, what is important to him is not the man's skin color, but is he a good person? Why? Now listen carefully, because he talks so fast and the video goes by so fast, you'll completely miss it if you're not careful.
How do you treat other people? Are you a Christian?
How you treat other people. Are you a Christian? Now, for some reason, I'm not able to move this thing back. I don't know what happened here, but you got the point. Here, there is the subtlety. There is the subtle part. Are you a Christian? As if Christianity is the baseline for righteousness, is the template of righteousness. Now, after beginning with the crusade, the first crusade in 1095, from there unto 1945 in the Holocaust, to say that Christianity is a baseline, or to suggest that Christianity is a baseline for righteousness, is so far from the truth. Yet, you see the subtlety here? It was so slick that I almost missed it again. All right, so there you have it there. Now, so I went and typed in a question for AI to answer. All right. Is Christianity a is a Roman construct? So, here's what AI says. The assertion that Christianity is a Roman construct, a theory lacking in wide academic acceptance, is rejected by most historians and scholars who agree that Christianity originated as a distinct Jewish religion movement in the 1st century. While the Roman Empire later shaped or recreated, however you want to say it, and it wasn't called Christianity, that's the thing. They were called Nazarene, not Christians. By making it an official religion under emperors like Constantine and Theodosius, one contributed to its spread. this is different from the theory that Roman invented it. No, 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 that's not the question that I asked. I asked AI if Christianity is a Roman construct. Construction means to build. What does the word shape mean? Well, maybe we should go and look at the word shape. The external form or outline of an object. Well, the external form and outline of a building, the shape of it requires construction. So therefore, if Constantine and Theodosius I, Constantine, shaped Christianity, that means they had to build it. It is a construct of Rome. Now, I want to point out to you this video that I did several months ago. When was this? Oh, it's a year ago already. Wow, it's been a year already. That is wild. Constantine, Nicene Christian Creed, rejected all things Jewish, including the Jewish Messiah. Here is proof. I point this out in this video. So, what you saw Charlie Kirk do was so subtle that every Gentile will miss it. Every single one of them. But a Jew will not. Because what he did was suggest that Christianity was a baseline for righteousness, for morality, when in fact Christianity, constructed, shaped, molded by Constantine, banished all things Jewish. And millennia later, after genociding the Jews over and over and over again, nearly succeeding in wiping them off the face of the earth, Christianity still holds on to Constantine's creed. Now, any message that does not contain the words of the prophets concerning Israel and salvation thereof is a false message. As you Christians say, gospel. So what I want to do is this. Now, I'm starting to use Young's literal translation now that they are combining it with Strong's Concordance, so I'm going to start using Young's literal translation. Now, Young's literal translation is not a literal translation. It is not. But it's a tiny bit closer to the truth. Okay? Now, here in Isaiah 42, you'll see the name, not the Lord, but Yehovah. Not with a J, though. You're not supposed to use the J sound with it. As you see right here, I'm showing to you the proper way to say it. Okay? So what we're going to do is read this, starting in verse 18. Listen, you deaf people, and you blind, look and see. Who is blind but my servant, and deaf as my messenger that I send? Who is blind is he. Shalom, I assume, means that's at peace. To be at peace there, that's correct. It's always a good idea to check with Strong's Concordance, making sure you're getting right definitions here. Yes, blind like the servant of Jehovah, seeing many things, but observe not, having open ears, but hears not. Jehovah desires for the sake of his righteousness, he grew, made the Torah become great, and made it honorable. This is a people plundered and spoiled, snared in holes. I want y'all to listen carefully and remember what is said here, because I'm going to go to the next scripture and the next one. And we're going to talk about how Israel is going to be taken out of those holes. Okay? Snared in holes, all of them. Confined in prison. Kele means confined in prison. They are withdrawn and hidden. They have been a prey, and there is no deliverer. A spoil, and nobody says, restore Israel. I do. But nobody else is saying it. Not even Israel is saying it. Well, they may say it quietly amongst each other, but not shouting it on the housetops. Who among you gives ear to this, attendeth and hears afterward? Who gave Jacob for a spoil and Israel to the spoiler? It says, Jehovah against whom we have sinned. They have not been willing to walk in his ways, nor have they listened to his Torah. And for that reason he poured on Israel his fury, his anger, and the strength of battle, and set him on fire round about. And he still has not known, and it burned against him, and he lays not to heart. So, but as you pointed out, none says to restore. Nobody. In Jeremiah 16, it says, Jehovah, not God, but Jehovah will restore Israel. Now, we'll go look at, start in verse 10, and it shall come to pass, when you shall show this people all these words, and they will say unto you, why has Jehovah pronounced all this great evil against us? And what is our iniquity? Or what sin have we committed against Jehovah Elohim? Doesn't say Lord God. And you shall say, because your fathers have forsaken me, says Jehovah, and have walked after other Elohim, and have served them, and have worshipped them, and have forsaken me, and have not kept my Torah. and have done worse than your fathers, for behold, you will walk every one after his own imagination of the evil of his heart, so that you may not listen to me. Therefore I will cast you out of this land into a land that you know not, neither your fathers, and there you will serve all these other idols day and night, and I will not show you any favor. But then it says this, Therefore, behold, the days come, says Jehovah, that it shall no more be said that the Lord Jehovah, they almost slipped right there, lives that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But it will be said this way, Jehovah lives that brought Israel from the land of the north and from all the lands where he has driven them, and will bring them back into the land that he gave to their fathers. Behold, I will send for many fishers, says Jehovah, and they will fish them. And these fishers will be, because the two witnesses are going to bring plagues upon the whole earth. One of them being no rain for 3.5 years. No rain until all Israel is gathered. So the two witnesses are going to force the Gentiles, force them to find every Jew, every lost Jew, every crypto Jew, every found Israelite, every lost Israelite, and bring them back to that land. From the river Euphrates to the great sea. And I will send for many hunters, and they will hunt them from every mountain and from every hill, and out of the holes of the rocks. So he sent them in the holes of the rocks, in prison, and now he's going to be digging them out of the holes in the rocks. For my eyes are upon their ways, and their face is not hid from me, or they are not hid from my face, neither is their iniquity hid from my eyes. But first, before he does restore them, he will recompense their iniquity and their sin double, and he did. The first time was ancient Babylon. The second time was Rome. There is no third time, because they have defiled my land, and they have filled my inheritance with carcass of their detestable, abominable things. Now, when is this going to happen? I want you to listen carefully. Jehovah, my strength, my fortress, and my refuge in the day of affliction. So Jehovah is going to be Israel's strength, his fortress, his refuge in the day of affliction. That day, you know, when the Gentiles start launching nukes at each other, and then the two witnesses rise up and order no rain upon the earth for 3.5 years. You can read about the 3.5 years in Revelation 11, and you can read about the nuclear exchange in Revelation 9, verse 17 and 18. The day of affliction. The Gentiles will come unto you from the ends of the earth. Why are they doing that? Because they're bringing all Israel with them. Their lands are uninhabitable. There's no food. And they shall say, our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things that were of no profit. Shall a man make Elohim unto himself? This once cause them to know. I will cause them to know my hand and my might, and they shall know that my name is what? Is it the Lord? Wrong. It's Yehovah. That is his name. Okay? Now, okay, think I'm done with this video. So, if you hear or see any message, Christian message, that does not have what I pointed out here today, the restoration of all Israel, I don't care how wonderful and how nice and how lovely you think that messenger is that's bringing that message to you. He is a liar, and the truth is not in him.